Hi everyone, I'm a co-host for the summer sport event where the participants will be reading sports books. To participate, you read at least one sports book, fiction or nonfiction, adult or juvenile, between June and August. I think this will be fun. I'll share some recommendations before going over my TBR and sharing a list of children's books which I have not read, but which may be useful to parents and teachers. Let's talk about the two adult recommendations first before I go over the children's ones. Out of Shape, Worthless Loser by Gracie Gold is a call for better coaching, judging, and parenting within figure skating, especially when it comes to eating disorders, other mental health problems, puberty, and the expectation to perform quadruple and triple axel jumps, which require all, but especially female figure skaters, to be extremely thin to compete. Faster, How a Jewish Driver, an American Heiress, and a Legendary Car Beat Hitler's Best by Neal Bascomb. This was a really good story about several race car drivers. Some became stars in Nazi propaganda. One American woman was never given the credit she deserved as a driver or as a team manager. One Jewish driver was eventually forced out of every team in every country except the one led by an American woman in France. Now on to the children's book recommendations. Baseball Saved Us by Ken Mochizuki is a children's book for ages 5 through 8 about a Japanese American child who learns to play baseball in an internment camp and uses it to establish his place among children after the war. Barbed Wire Baseball by Marissa Moss is another children's story for ages 6 through 9 about a famous baseball player who is imprisoned in an internment camp and proceeds to found 32 teams within the camp. Defying Hitler, Jesse Owens' Olympic Triumph by Nel Yomtov is a juvenile fictionalized true story about a black athlete who competed despite the racism he faced at home and abroad. It's listed for ages 8 and up. The Bambino, also by Nel Yomtov, is a fictionalized account of Babe Ruth's home run record for children ages 9 through 12. Now let's go over my TBR. Queen of the Negro Leagues, Effa Manley and the Newark Eagles by James Overmyer. Effa Manley owned her own baseball team before baseball was integrated. She was the first woman elected to the Hall of Fame, so she sounds like a fascinating person. My Own Story, an autobiography of Jackie Robinson. Our Team by Luke Epplin is about 4 black baseball players brought in to integrate white teams right after Jackie Robinson. I figure I can listen to the Jackie Robinson book and then Our Team. Olympic Pride, American Prejudice, the untold story of 18 African Americans who defied Jim Crow and Adolf Hitler to compete in the 1936 Berlin Olympics by Deborah Riley Draper, Blair Underwood, and Travis Thrasher. Baseball's Leading Lady by Andrea Williams. This is the children's counterpart to the adult biography of Effa Manley. The Incredible Women of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League by Anita Orrock is a juvenile nonfiction book about women's baseball during World War II. And then finally, Maya and the Beast, a picture book by Maya Gabeira. I hope I'm saying that right. I know less about this one. It's a surfing memoir for ages 4 through 8. And then let's talk about the children's books that I haven't read, but that I think could be good for Summer of Sport if you want to get your kids involved. I, at some point, had a parent contact me through a Facebook group and say, I'm having a child who is struggling with reading and he likes sports. Do you have any sports books that are like Hidden Figures? And so I started looking, and that's where this list came from. So I have We Are the Ship, the story of Negro League Baseball by Kadir Nelson. This one is for ages 8 through 12. It's 96 pages, and it's nonfiction. The Jockey and Her Horse, inspired by the true story of the first Black female jockey by Cheryl White. And it's from the Once Upon a Horse series, book 2, by Raymond White. And it's 208 pages for ages 8 through 12. Call Him Jack, the story of Jackie Robinson, Black freedom fighter by Yohuru, sorry, I can't talk today, Yohuru Williams, ages 10 through 8, and the ebook of it is 229 pages. Becoming Muhammad Ali by James Patterson is for ages 9 through 11. The ebook of it is 321 pages. It's a biography written in collaboration with the Ali estate. The Extraordinary Life of Serena Williams by Shalina, I hope I'm going to say this last name correctly, Jan Muhammad or something like that. It's 129 pages for ages 7 through 9. It's part of the Extraordinary Lives biography series. Undefeated, Jim Thorpe and the Carlisle Indian School football team by Steve Shankin. The ebook is 289 pages. It's for ages 10 through 14. Multiple newspapers thought this book was notable, and it sounds really interesting to me. In the Year of the Boar and Jackie Robinson by Bet Bow Lord. This is for ages 8 through 10, and it's 175 pages. It's the story of a little, I think, Chinese American girl who loves baseball and wants to be able to play baseball, and she sees Jackie Robinson, and that inspires her, and she thinks that she can play baseball too because he can. The Eagle Huntress, the true story of the girl who soared beyond expectations by Liz Welch. It's a memoir, and it's 208 pages for ages 8 through 12. Everest, the remarkable story of Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, I hope I'm saying that correctly, by Alexandra Stewart. It's 117 pages. It's for ages 8 through 12, and it's nonfiction. Maya and the Beast. I've already covered that one, I guess. I should have taken that off the list. Charlotte and the Nutcracker, the true story of a girl who made ballet history by Charlotte Nebres or something like that. This is a fictionalized account of the true story of the first Black girl to play Marie in the Nutcracker. And before you say ballet is not a sport, by the time you get to the professional level, you're an athlete. This is 40 pages. All right, Stronger Than She Thinks by Nancy Kerrigan. This one might be a little bit harder to find. It's only available in hardback, but I think it's maybe worth getting anyway. It's for ages 4 through 8, and it's 32 pages. Fearless Heart, an illustrated biography of Syria Bonelli by Frank Murphy. And this one is a figure skating memoir biography for ages 4 through 8, and it's 32 pages. Lake Placid Miracle, When U.S. Hockey Stunned the World by Blake Hona, I think. It's a nonfiction U.S. versus USSR game book. It's for ages 4 through 8. It's 32 pages. It's also available in audio. Quite a few of these are actually available in audio if you want as well. I tried to find books that are available in multiple formats. Like you can find them in hardcover. Some of these are available in paperback, but most of these are hardcover, Kindle, and audio. Miracle on Ice, How a Stunning Upset United a Country by Michael Bergen. This one is Audible included right now. So is the last one. It's a nonfiction about the 1980 Olympic hockey game. It's for ages 10 through 12. It's 78 pages, and you can get it as in audio, Kindle, or paperback. And I think that's everything for this list. Thank you for watching. Happy reading.